Welcome in, spice lovers, to another summer edition of The Spice is Right. Mr. Burgess Seth Burch here, joined by my partner in Spice Crime, my Spice Bro, Mr. Matt Jones. And 3 weeks, it feels like summer has gone way too quick this year.
Yeah, it's been. I think because it's been like so rainy this year, like
Yeah.
you haven't been able to like get out and do a whole lot. That it's kind of flowed together a little bit. So maybe that's part
I've been able to go fishing one time, but not at the lake that is close to where we are because everywhere I fish is flooded.
Yeah,
So
it's
there's a
crazy
different lake I had to go to.
Yeah.
As of the recording of this, it is Thursday, June 19th.
Mhm.
We're doing about 3 episodes today.
Yep.
That gets us through the middle part of July, I think.
Yeah.
So we're doing pretty good here. What do we got today, Mr. Jones?
So we're going back to one of the very first ones we've ever did, and we're going back to Secret Aardvark. This is their Aardvark, excuse me, habanero hot sauce. So this is kind of their quintessential hot sauce.
Yeah.
So it's really, really, really good. And I've heard good things about it. Like when we first did this one, I looked up Aardvark, and this was like the one people were talking about. So this is their, as far as I know, like their main hot sauce.
Yeah, and I will say this is one of those sauces I think you can get at Meijer locally. If you're in
Really?
Bowling Green, they sell Secret Aardvark.
Okay.
So my assumption is it's a possibility you can get it there. You can always visit their website too. That is completely okay. Question of the day
Got it. Yep.
today
What's the question.
comes from Irene T.
Okay.
She wants to know who our favorite superhero is and why. Which is probably a harder question for you than me because I know you're kind of a comic book guy.
Well, also, I have a hard time picking one of anything. That's a hard part.
It's true.
All right, here we go.
Tongue flip.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hot.
It is hot,
Mm-hmm.
but I get that sweet heat that you typically get from a habanero
Mm-hmm.
as well. But
Mm-hmm.
it almost has like a thin salsa consistency.
Yeah, it really does. And you can't see it well on camera, but it's kind of like it's a little chunky. Like it's a little bit chunky.
It's like a salsa. I don't want. This is not cheap. I don't want.
No.
But like a cheap salsa, if you were to get it at a restaurant, it's kind of that
It's really
consistency.
thin. Yeah.
Cheers. That's one of the better hot sauces we've had from them. The one we had that we didn't read was a little hot.
It's just super hot. This one's really good. It's hot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's
pleasant.
flavorful.
Yeah, it is. I get the sweet note more than anything, but then kind of that earthy heat you get from a habanero pepper. So it is quintessential
I
habanero
think
hot
the
sauce.
sweet is coming from like all the tomatoes because they have different. They have regular tomatoes, just like fresh tomatoes, fire roasted tomatoes, tomato juice, and tomatoes again. Interesting. So lots of tomatoey, and it can be really, really sweet. So maybe
it
that's where
almost puts me in the mind of a spicy barbecue sauce a little bit because of the tomato.
Mm-hmm. Now it doesn't have as much sweetness as a barbecue sauce.
No, and I wouldn't substitute it as a barbecue
it's not
sauce.
sour.
No, it's not.
I like when I smelled it.
It's
I
also
thought it was
not
gonna
vinegary at all.
No, it's really just like it's just kind of like a pure like hot sauce. Like,
Yeah.
It's to increase heat. It doesn't have a whole lot of its own distinct flavor to really like change the flavor of something. It just would add heat.
No,
It's really cool.
this is I feel like this is more of a me sauce just because it's more sweet than
Yeah.
sour.
Maybe.
But I think it's fantastic.
It's really good. Okay, Hero. Oh no, you go first because I don't.
So I have a hard time with this just because I'm not a comic book guy necessarily.
Yeah.
And I will say most of my comic book or my superhero knowledge comes from like movies and TV
Mhm.
and things like that. I'm a really big fan of Iron Man.
Yeah.
But I don't know, is he more superhero or rich guy that's got a lot of cool toys? Like I don't know that I
mean,
put
it's-
him
It's superhero 'cause
in the
he has
superhero world.
things.
He can, so I like him, but I'm gonna actually go with the Flash, which surprises me because I'm more of a Marvel guy.
I was going to say that you went from Marvel to DC.
I did. So I'm just confusing everyone.
No. I think that's fine.
But the reason is I am 6'6". When you are 6'6", travel is hard.
Mhm.
Cars are not made for 6'6" people. Planes are not made for 6'6" people. So the ability to get somewhere really fast
On your
appeals to
own
me.
without having it.
Yeah, like I can just run. And so that appeals to me. So I'm gonna cheat and say 2. Iron Man, just because I kind of like the way he's been portrayed in movies. Like he's kind of sarcastic, and I'm sort of that way. So I like that. But Flash, just because I want to get places really fast.
Okay, so whenever I was a kid, I really liked. Oh my god, just lost it. It was in my head.
Did you find him from a comic book or did
Yeah,
yeah?
well, no, it's a really well known. Oh, Doctor Strange. Oh my
Okay,
god.
yeah, yeah,
So as a kid, I really liked Doctor Strange because he could, in my mind anyway, do whatever he wanted to. There
yeah,
was some sort of spell, some sort of thing he could get himself in and out, and he did more than just like the normal superhero stuff that was like on Earth. Like, oh no, someone wants to blow up New York, and he would like save the planet from something invisible behind the veil of reality.
yeah.
So I really like Doctor Strange, and now that I'm older, I like kind of like a lot of them. It's really hard for me to go out. So like Magneto too. I really like Magneto.
Okay,
Now, granted that he's most of the time a villain,
yeah.
but every now and then he's a hero because he's like he's the champion of mutants. Like he doesn't really care who's against them. He's the champion for them.
I will say if we had this conversation 20 years ago, my
Mhm.
knowledge would be much more limited.
Yeah.
But because of the Marvel Cinematic
Mhm.
Universe and DC trying real I think DC films are inferior to Marvel. Maybe I'm in the minority with that. I
Yeah, I think
just
different people feel
I
differently.
think the Marvel films are better done just in terms of
I think
the
there's more
actual
money in it
well
too,
that
so like
too.
that helps a lot.
But if we had this conversation 20 years ago, like graduating high school,
Mhm.
my knowledge would be much more limited because I
Yeah,
didn't read comic. Like I knew Flash and Iron Man and
sure.
Batman and kind of the
Superman,
traditional
those
ones,
ones. Yeah.
yeah. But I didn't know some of the ones that have appeared in those movies. Like I'm a big fan of Loki,
Mhm.
just because I think he's funny. But that also might just be because of how he's presented.
But he's also good and bad too. Like he
Yeah,
does. Sometimes he does good things for bad
you
reasons.
don't.
Sometimes he does
Yeah,
bad things for good reasons.
you
Like,
don't really know what side he's on
mhm.
until he does something.
But what about you guys? What do
Yeah,
you? What is your favorite superhero and why? Like, why do you think that? And then what maybe like where did you like them from? So like you talked a lot
yeah.
about movies. Maybe you're more of a comic book person. Where'd you like it from? And say it down below. We'll see what
Yeah,
you think.
spam the comments.
Mhm.
If you don't like us, like if you're like, this is awful, go ahead and do us a favor and smash that like button
Yeah,
twice.
yeah.
Okay. Like hit everything like two
Well,
or three
that'll
times.
unlike it
So like,
three
unlike
times.
three
Hit it
times.
three
Hit it three
times.
times. Yeah.
Hmm.
Three
That
times
really
just
will
to
show
let
us.
us know and
Yeah.
show us. All right, let's rank it.
Okay, so what did you get for flavor?
I'm gonna ooh, I'm gonna say I want to give it a 5, but I don't think it's a 5. It's like a 4.5. So I'm gonna go 4.
Okay, for I don't think it has a lot of distinct flavor because
Yeah.
we've had some that are very distinct, and not necessarily just because they're hot. They have like a really sweet flavor, or really like tropical thing. So I'm gonna go with a 3,
Okay.
and I think that actually adds to the uses. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, what about spice?
I think it's a 3. I think it's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's a 3. It might be a 3.5 because it is habanero, so it is hot
It's
for sure, but it
borderline.
goes away relatively fast.
Yeah, it doesn't hang with you very long.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of there and then it's gone.
Okay, and then uses.
I'm gonna say 4 for that.
4. I was gonna say 4 as well, and I think mainly because like it is hot, so I don't think it's quite a 5. But I think it does not have such a distinctive flavor that you could use it almost anywhere.
I can see it going in a lot of different things. Totals.
Oh yep, good. Forgot about that. Alrighty, so 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
7
7 and
plus 6.
6 is 13,
Mm-hmm.
and 8 is 21.
I think that's right.
If it's not, we'll fix it
If
in
it's not, we'll
post.
fix it in post. We'll be good to go.
We don't math real well. But if you
That's a
are
really good score.
a
Though.
longtime fan of the channel, which by the way, we've been doing this for 6 months.
That is so weird.
We started in December,
Mhm.
and we're coming up on our 50th episode. In fact, we might be filming our 50th episode today. I'll
That'd be
have to go
crazy.
back and count.
Mhm.
But I was looking at that, and we've got like over 40 posts on
Wow.
YouTube.
That is
So
cool.
we're getting there,
But
slowly.
21's a good score.
21's a
And
really
and
good
I think
score.
this because it's a really good sauce, and I think because it's so useful in so many different places, it does not overtake anything. I think it would just benefit whatever it was put in.
Yeah, I don't have any complaints with it. Maybe a little more of a sour note to it might elevate it a little bit
But you
because
could put it in something that has more.
you absolutely could, and I don't think that there's anything necessarily that you can't put this on.
Yeah, I really that's kind of I think that's why maybe it's their signature sauce, or at least the one that it's called the Aardvark sauce,
Yeah.
because it is so versatile. You can use it just about anywhere.
Grades for this habanero secret aardvark habanero sauce.
I'm gonna give it a 92.
92. I'm gonna go just A minus. I'm kind of in the same
Mhm.
ballpark
It's really
with
good.
you. It's really good. you know, I like things a little bit hotter, so it could be a touch hotter
Mhm.
for me. It could be a touch more sour. That would bump it up in my book. But I mean, A minus, that's a
It's just
heck
a
of a
really good
score.
sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really good. I think you could put it on anything. I don't think if you're a beginner, you want to start here.
Oh, no, it is hot. It is on the hotter side for sure. Now, granted, I think our spice levels have skewed over the course of this because
Yeah,
we've had some things that are extremely hot, but
if we rank this at the very beginning when we
it would have
started
been a
this show,
5 probably.
I'd say four probably
For sure, a
because
4.
we had the the Elijah Extreme Regret Reserve, which just completely
Threw everything off.
it
Well, the
messed
last
our.
stab was bad too.
The Last Stab was also bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
those two really stuck with us literally for a few
Mhm.
hours, if not a day or
Yep.
so. But I learned a trick with eating hot stuff, and it sounds simple. When you're going to eat something really really hot, eat something before to put it on your stomach so that that hot doesn't go
Mm.
directly onto your stomach. Like
Yes.
I watch a lot of, I don't want to call them competitive eaters, but just
Right.
they eat lots of things on YouTube.
Mhm.
And one of the guys that I watched was talking about that because they'd asked him, like, what if you eat something super spicy? He said, well, you eat something beforehand just so that that hot stuff isn't going directly on your stomach.
Hmm.
So, pro tip there
Nice.
from someone. If I can remember who said it, I'll link their channel and maybe we'll get some love from them. Probably not, but hey, we're
It's
trying
there.
to grow the channel. So, I will shamelessly promote anyone if they will give us some love.
Mhm.
Final thoughts on Secret Aardvark.
If you like things that are hot and you don't want it to have its own distinct, like really big flavor on its own, you just want to add heat to something, this is a great option. It's just you just add heat to something in a way that it's just delicious.
I agree 100%. I think it can go in just about anything. And one of those that, again, just very versatile. Check out Secret Aardvark. I
Mhm.
will link the website in the description below. And because of Secret Aardvark and their generosity giving us this sauce, I now know how to spell Aardvark correctly
It's pretty
because
great.
I've done it. I just thought it had one A. Who knew there were two? That's going to do it for us
Mhm.
for this episode for Mr. Jones. I'm Mr. Burchett saying, stay spicy.
See you guys.